everyone. Welcome back to Chasing the Target. Hope everyone is doing well. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe button. Stay tuned to Chasing the Target. Latest khabar ye hai from the IPL. Indian Express has announced that, according to them, the BCCI is planning to allow five players. Each franchise is allowed to retain five players from their team, and there will be no right to match. So that means पांच player. अभी पक्की खबर नहीं आई, लेकिन probably three Indians and two overseas. That's what they are saying. So five. That is not as much as what probably KKR, Sunrisers, Mumbai Indians wanted. And there's also no right to match. So that means Mr. Rohit Sharma might be going into the auction unless he gets retained, of course. So you can retain five players. Mumbai Indians, who will they retain? I think they will retain Surya Kumar Yadav, Jasprit Bumrah, then between Hardik and Rohit. So if they retain Hardik, then Rohit will probably go into the auction. That's how I'm looking at it. So yes, if Shakil Bhai, you're watching, today is your topic, the IPL retention. That's the big news, that you can most likely they're going to be allowed to retain five players and no right to match. Right to match का ये होता कि भाई आप auction में जाते and then the team, if they want at the end of the bid, if they want to match that price, they can match it and take that player back into their team. लेकिन वो नहीं रहेगा. So that means there's going to be a big it's going to be a big auction. There's going to be a lot of teams यहाँ से वहाँ जाएंगे, इधर से उधर जाएंगे, and yeah, it's only going to be five players. So five players in what, a squad of 18, 20. It's not that much. So KKR will be losing players, Sunrisers will be losing players, and yeah, it'll be a bit difficult. But I think I like that two overseas thing. So Sunrisers can either do Pat Cummins and Klaasen, or Pat Cummins and Travis Head, or Klaasen and Travis Head. That's what they can do. I feel options hai un log ke retention policy. I think if I'm looking from Sunrisers' point of view, Pat Cummins has a big couple of months coming up. 5 टेस्ट सीरीज मैच का सीरीज है इंडिया के खिलाफ, फिर उसके बाद चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी है. तो if I am him, I'm probably if I'm Sunrisers, I'm probably not going to look at him initially, because he might get injured. What if he gets injured? Then what do you do with that retention thing? So maybe you throw him into the auction and you retain Travis Head and Klaasen. That's just one way I'm looking at it. Mumbai Indians also, Rohit Sharma को retain nahi kare, so if they go with Bumrah, Sky, and think that Rohit Sharma is not coming back. I don't think so, and I think he won't be retained. There might be some understanding, unless the Ambanis convince him and they really want him to stay. That's a different thing. Lekin mere ko aisa dikh raha hai ki Rohit Sharma will go into the auction, and there is no right to match now. And wo jo last surprise रहेगा वो नहीं रहे, like it's not going to be there, where the owners can say, okay, fine, we want to bid this guy, match the bid and take him. That's not going to happen this time around. And yeah, Indian Express का खबर है, बड़ी खबर है कि 5 रिटेन होने वाले हैं, 2 ओवरसीज और 2 इंडियन प्लेयर्स, 2 ओवरसीज और 3 इंडियन प्लेयर्स मोस्ट लाइकली. ये पक्की नहीं है खबर, बट most likely it's going to be 5 players. That's what it is right now. We'll probably get an official announcement, hopefully either in the night today or tomorrow, exactly what that policy is and what it means for the teams. Like for Punjab, Bangalore, who else? Delhi Capitals, उन लोग के लिए तो सही है. I think it's a good thing, because they can start from scratch. They haven't done well in the past. They've made mistakes in the auction and whatever. Now they can start afresh, get some players, and strengthen their squads. Whereas KKR, Sunrisers, Mumbai, they have such a good core, who did well last season. Not Mumbai, but at least Sunrisers and KKR. Mumbai already have a good squad on paper, so they would also want to retain some of the big players. What are your thoughts on Pakistan squad for first test against England? Doesn't give any hope, as they drop Muhammad Ali, Kamran Ghuram, and Khurram Shahzad. Yeah, man, again, they're going with that similar kind of thing. I'll just go through that squad in a bit. I was just looking at the IPL retentions thing, but I saw the squad today earlier. I'll try to pull it up quickly. And yeah, Kamran Ghulam, I thought he had a fantastic Champions Cup. Yes, yesterday he failed, but overall he was pretty good. No Imam Hulak as well. I'm just trying to find where that squad is. There you not go. Pakistan squad. Yes, so whoever is joining us, yeah, we will be discussing the IPL retentions. That's the big news from India Express, saying ki bhai, 5 players will be retained. Most likely it'll be 5 players, and right now it's not confirmed, but they're saying 3 Indian and 2 overseas. That is going to be the rule. We'll probably have an official announcement ya to aaj raat na to kal. That is basically that's basically what the latest news is from the IPL. Pakistan squad, yeah, they've gone with Shan Masood as captain, Saud Shakil vice captain, Amir Jamal is there. I think that's a very good inclusion. Mohammad Rizwan, Mohammad Herrera, Amir Hamza, Babar Azam. Yeah, Shaheen Afridi is also there. They had a big meeting also. But yeah, Salman Ali Agha also there. Who is the leg spinner? Who is the spinner, man? Abrar. Okay, Abrar hai. Again, yeah, like I think, Kamran Ghulam is very unlucky not to make the squad. I think he deserved the spot. Yeah, let's see how it goes. It's going to be tough for them against England, but I still feel that Pakistan have a chance. I'm telling you, I've been saying this for the last month. They have a chance to beat England. England do have some weaknesses in that squad. Their bowling is not as strong as before. And yeah, it'll be tough. I'm not saying it'll be easy, but there is things in Pakistan, but need to buckle up. They need Babar Azam in form, they need Rizwan in form, Shan Masood in form, and then they need the bowlers fighting as well. Shaheen Shah needs to be at the top of his game. I see T20 auction shortlist and rookie draft list released today. Kya baat hai? What about what are your thoughts on the retention policy, Ibrahim bhai? So it looks like 3 Indian players and 2 foreigners. Let me know what your thoughts are. I think again for the likes of Punjab, Bangalore, and Delhi Capitals, it's a good thing because they get to get more new players. The guys who performed well last year for the likes of Sunrisers, KKR, Rajasthan, these guys, they're up for grabs. But then for the likes of KKR, Sunrisers, these teams, they will be upset. It's disrupting their flow. The players that they worked on, the players that they backed, they can go up for sale, and yeah, it will be disappointing for them. Look, KKR, man, they would want to retain Gurbaz, Andre Nassel, Narayan. Phil Salt, they won't be able to retain them, so that'll be a bit difficult. Noman Ali in squad as second frontline spinner. Yeah, the Noman Ali, I mean, that's not a bad inclusion. He has a lot of experience. He is a bit older, but I think they need that experience going into this series. So let's see what happens. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking about the IPL retention policy. I think again, it depends on what side of the boat you're on. If you're on, you want new players, new team, then it's a very good thing. If you don't want, then it is just disruptive. And no right to match. I think that is very surprising. Bhai, agar right to match nahi hai, to phir और आपका team और नहीं दिखेगी. There'll be more players, new players in your team, new faces, and it's going to be intense. And I feel this new thing, this rule, this policy, you will see more stars in that auction. And I think that's what it is. They've heard the franchises who wanted that, but they've also heard the broadcaster. I think the broadcaster wants a good auction, a big auction, and I think they're banking on that. And listen, we say that the broadcaster this, that they don't play a direct role, but they play a massive role. Why do you think India doesn't go to New Zealand that much? कहाँ है tour? New Zealand 2 बार आ गई, 3 बार आ गई, 4 वक्त आ गई. India को, they always play test matches in India. India hardly go there, and it's a really tough challenge. It's not like it's easy. Last time they went was 4 years ago, 2020. After that, they haven't gone. They only go for one day T20s when it's a bit later, night matches. But day test matches, the timing is bad, right? So it's like 2 a.m. in India, 3 a.m. So that's why they're not there in the FTP. Like they should be. We should be touring New Zealand. We don't tour them as much. South Africa is a good time. England is a good time. Australia is decent because likes of Perth and stuff, it's like, in the morning, 8, 9 a.m. India time. And then the day matches start like at 6, 7 as well in the morning. So it's fine. I think for RCB, Punjab, Delhi Capitals, LSG, it's good as now they can look to build a good team. Also, will depend on the size of auction purse. Yeah, I completely agree with that. It looks like it's going to be a large purse. They're saying 150. Lekin also, I think it brings that excitement as well of the auction. I know if you look at it from the other side, that I also agree with that point. Ki bhai, jo aapke players the, like, you're building a team. There's not going to be any like flow, right? Like every 3-4 years is a jumble up again, and then thrown into the auction. There's no rhythm. You're not building that chemistry. You build a chemistry over 2-3 years, and then suddenly you're split. Now, it might not be Abhishek Sharma, Travis Head opening the batting for Sunrisers. I hope that's not the case, but it could be that, right? Or like you won't see a Pat Cummins maybe leading for Sunrisers because of this new policy. You might not see Henrik Klaasen. Like, I'm just giving Sunrisers things, but like even for other teams like KKR, you might not see Andre Russell and Narayan play together. So I understand that side of things, but I'm just looking at the positives and saying, yeah, for these kind of teams, it's good. They can build a new team, and for the auction itself, it's a festive time. It's not a festive time, but it's a good entertaining.
Sorry, I was busy. I was showering when you messaged me. I just saw the message and I came running. Yeah, IPL की बात चल रही है. I'm presuming where Shakil भाई, man, IPL की जब बात हो रही है दिख रहे नहीं अब. But
Arey,
yeah,
Fez, yeah, exactly. That's what I was gonna say. Welcome to the show, man. Welcome back. And वही Shakil भाई, I was gonna tell you this is आज उनका topic है. उन्होंने यारे इब्राहिम भाई तो अलग track पे चल रहे. He wanted to know my thoughts on the Pakistan squad. We'll get to that. I've already given him my thoughts, but we'll get to that. But first, I wanted to ask you. The report from India Express is that it's going to be 5 retentions, no right to match, and abhi confirmed nahi hai, but likely it'll be 3 Indians, 2
India's
overseas.
2 overseas. Yeah, so that's what the update is right now. Now for Sunrisers Hyderabad, it gets a little tricky. Who do you pick? Do you pick Cummins and Klassen, Cummins and Travis Head, Klassen and Travis Head, and leave out Pat Cummins? I don't know what they're going to
Option
do.
C.
I'm pretty sure you don't want Pat Cummins.
No, because I don't have a choice. You're saying two thing I want Travis Head and Klassen more because Pat Cummins is going to play 5 test matches against India. Then he has a Champions Trophy. I don't know what his fitness is going to be. उन्हें कभी भी हाथ खड़े रह के ये भी बोल सकता है कि भाई I'm not fit enough to play the IPL. So if I'm looking at it from a calculative perspective and doing all my maths, then think. Me saying I don't want him is a very extreme thing. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you're only giving me 2 options. So from the 2 options, I'm taking those 2. What about you?
Those are the only 2 that we can think. Yeah, for me, I think I'll go same because, like you said, this guy again, he's a fantastic captain. But again, you really can't do much. You can't really do much. And you can argue that you would like Cummins because he's inculcated the culture of the cricket at Sunrisers.
100%.
He has a heavy influence with Daniel Vittori and him. So you could argue that very well with me. But the guy who made the 260, 70s.
This policy is not helping us.
So this is not helping, and it's exactly what Kavya must be upset if this is actual. The source is very reliable, so I'm not going to take no for an answer. But like 7 retention, इसलिए कोलकाता नाइट राइडर्स, इसलिए आपके सनराइजर्स, इसलिए लड़ रहे थे.
राइट टू मैच भी नहीं है, एटलीस्ट एक दो राइट टू मैच रख देना था.
आरटीएम्स भी नहीं. अब देखो, द ओनली थिंग एज सनराइजर्स फैन हम ये बोल सकते हैं कि शायद ये होपफुली दुआ करेंगे रात भर, अगर रात तक न्यूज नहीं आ जाती, कभी आधे घंटे में न्यूज आ जाती कि 10:30 बजे तक. तो इब्राहिम भाई, एक रिक्वेस्ट फ्रॉम आवर साइड दैट इफ यू फाइंड एनी न्यूज legit, just put it on the show because usually while recording sometimes we miss out on some news, so that will be great. But again, it's how you take it. I think 2 and 3 agar वैसा है तो then I would be like in the same boat as you, because though I love Pat Cummins, the captain, I mean the bowler, if he's going to be fit or if he's not, we'll need to see that. And I think it's just going to be an interesting auction. So I don't know, अभी तक कुछ auction के बारे में बोले नहीं है, but I'm assuming there will be an auction as well, right? So if the auction purse is increased to 140 crores or more, auction will be very interesting. Also, like Brevis has an opportunity to. So that's exactly my thing, that if we take out Cummins out of the mix and get him for cheaper, Mustafa, I think that could also be an option for us. I know he'll go into the thing, but I don't know how many people as a player would like to approach Cummins. Your thoughts on that? Like, just
as a
player, like if Cummins has gone into the pot of auction, right? Like let's say we do not retain him. So how many clubs, because Knight Riders already played him as the only bowler now. As a captaining mind, I don't think a lot of franchise would need him.
RCB will need him. Punjab potentially will need him. Lucknow could need him because KL Rahul, if he doesn't stay. So there are ways where he can be a captain. So I think people will approach him. Like if you ask me, but then again, आपका जो दूसरा पॉइंट है, कौन आएंगे ऑक्शन में ये भी नहीं मालूम, राइट? अगर रोहित शर्मा आ गया ऑक्शन में तो it's going to be explosive, bro. And I think his chances of being in the auction are a lot now because 3 Indians, who are they going to retain?
Kishan.
Okay, fine. I would say Surya Kumar, Bumrah, and Hardik. But if you're going Ishan Kishan, Surya and Hardik also is a possibility. Then Bumrah comes into the auction. If you go with your thinking, then Bumrah, Rohit in the auction, then Pat Cummins' price will come down. Then the demand goes crazy for them. It's all about demand and supply. It depends on who's coming out.
Basically, आज रात से हंगामा शुरू है, कल सुबह से हंगामा शुरू है, because then the players are now going to let the franchises know कि boss हम available हैं, या हम available, let it be Rohit. There will be news, there will be chatter.
When a player say no, I don't want to be retained.
Yeah, he can say if they're not able to negotiate. If they're not able to negotiate a salary, there are salary negotiations.
You know who did that with us, right?
Who didn't want to be retained, right? I'm sorry, I don't remember.
Rashid Khan.
अच्छा हाँ, that's the infamous guy. What? हाँ वो तो हाँ मैं को लग रहा था पहले के.
No, I just remembered while asking you the question. I was a genuine question, but I remembered. Yeah, you can reject.
You can reject it. Yeah, so he rejected us because I think we gave it to him after Kane Williamson. That was his problem.
Yeah.
So I think वो मेरे को याद है कि केन विलियमसन को अपन पहले प्रेफरेंस दे दिए थे, फिर राशिद खान के पास आए तो उन्हें बोला होड़ मेरी इतनी नहीं वो है you know
Like
after the
उसको
after
second
the David
rating
Warner thing I don't know like whatever, but I think Kavya के लिए it is actually a very bad thing, and yeah, because she's been trying to get 7 retention for her own good, obviously for her squad, and now how do you balance the score, man? Like how do you get it back? Nitish Reddy, Indians may we're gonna
we
go for
won't,
Abhishek
baby. He'll
Sharma,
be going to the auction if we
Bhuvaneshwar
don't
Kumar.
get.
Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, I don't know, he's be buy or will he be
Nitish
buying him in
Reddy's
the,
price is going to go up if you don't retain him.
because he's
Abhishek
a
Sharma
21
will
year old. Yeah,
explode in the auction if you don't retain him. Bhuvi might not be bought. He might be bought. We don't know. And there's 10 teams also, so there is chances players like Bhuvi will be bought somewhere. But then Natarajan, maybe he's an option for people. Lekin like I think I think the likes of Shabazz, these guys will probably buy them back in the auction. That's what I feel.
Shabazz. Yeah, I mean that's what it is. So for us in particular, and probably also Night Riders in the same
Tripathi
thing,
to
because
gaya, Kalin bhaiya chale gaye.
Night Riders का आप सोचो कौन है? वेंकटेश अय्यर, आपके श्रेयस अय्यर, आपके और कौन है
Varun
इंडियन, लाइक
Chakravarti,
हर्षित राणा, वरुण
Harshit,
चक्रवर्ती, वो
Sunil Narayan,
रघुवंशी कितने
there
प्लेयर्स
are
चले आएंगे आपके. So
Andre
for
Russell, Phil
these
Shaw.
franchises that have a wealth of options already and who didn't want the mega auction, now it becomes interesting. I think कहीं ना कहीं IPL wanted a spicy mega auction and wanted these
The
new schools.
broadcaster, baby.
Yeah, the
That's
broadcaster
what they
exactly.
wanted. Yeah, like, exactly. I think they want that mega auction. They want the drama. It's not good for the 3-4 teams like you mentioned. Also, rhythm-wise, मैं ये भी देख रहा था. You build a chemistry, you build a core. You're building like a family, like over 2, 3, 4 years. You're only there for 2 months. It's very difficult to like build that. That structure. The what do you call it, like tactics and all that, like
Yeah,
at least if you have a
yeah,
team every 2 months you can come and it's the same team, you can gel again with 2, 3 different additions, right? But here you have a completely new software and you have to go again. It becomes difficult, like it becomes difficult this season. Like now Abhishek Sharma potentially might not be able to open with Travis Head. Pat Cummins
yeah.
potentially won't be able to bowl with Bhuvneshwar Kumar, so like the whole rhythm gets bursted now. So that is a disadvantage of the mega auction. Excitement will be there, of course, no matter what. It just depends on what side of the fence are you sitting on. If you are the likes of RCB, Punjab, Delhi, LSG, you're
You
happy
don't
with it.
care. Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't
if you're
care actually.
Sunrisers, Kolkata, Mumbai, you're not happy with it. Even Chennai, you'll not be happy with it. I think they also have some good
Yeah,
players
for
there.
RCB it's the easiest because you have one retention, Pakka Virat Kohli. Second retention, Pakka would be Glenn Maxwell. Third retention, Afaf, will they retain him or not because of his
I
age?
don't
I
think
don't
so.
know. That is a very tough question. And then you got
Will Jacks you can retain.
Rajat Patidar and Mohammad Siraj. So I think these three will be the Indians that they will want to retain. It's
Yeah.
Siraj, Patidar, and Kohli. The foreigners, I don't know. Glenn Maxwell, will they be doing? He's a franchise legend, so I don't think. I mean, he's not done something like, but he has a capability of being a legend, and he's an all-rounder. And then do you get Cameron Green, or do you let him go for 16 crore? Do you apply 15 crore? That's also going to be fun to see. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot to. That's a
Yeah,
lot
they have
easier
Cameron
for
Green,
teams
Will
which
Jacks, they have
want to
options.
do a rebuild, who want to do
Yeah,
a
but
rebuild
they'll
and
want
make it an
to
even
exactly.
contest.
उन लोग को
Yeah,
भाई इंडियन bowlers ले अभी bowlers का excuse नहीं देना मेरे को कोई भी. Like RCB have a big opportunity of buying bowlers. If they don't buy, it's not on me. And honestly, they had a good team. They just did not play well at the start of the season. But yes, now these guys don't have excuse. Punjab, RCB, and everything, they have what they wanted. They wanted a new team, and I don't think it's BCCI listening to these franchises because look, KKR has is a very strong ownership. Mumbai Indians is massive. Chennai massive. It's not that. I think it's the broadcaster which has had an influence on this, and it's just benefited these teams who wanted. It's just benefited them. That's what I
yeah, and
feel.
also I think BCCI is somewhere on this, they're somewhere on this roadmap that they want to show who's boss. Like you see the whole Ranji Trophy thing that सबको खेलना है stuff like that. Here से को line में ला दिया, ईशान किशन को line में ला दिया. So I think they're in this thing that to remind people of who's in boss. Yes, the broadcaster of course has a lot of things, but I think BCCI now when you open the IPL, it becomes more entertaining for them. Also, the auction becomes fun for the fans. It's fun, not for maybe Sunrisers to an extent, but also maybe who can we get, because our players jitne bhi bolo, we can always get them back in the auction. Maybe not Abhishek Sharma, Nitish Reddy, a few, but like Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, I still don't think a lot of people will go for him. Natarajan, a lot of people might not go for him. Cummins also, I'm still like skeptical about that कि ज्यादा लोग शायद नहीं जाएंगे Cummins के लिए. Like Ibrahim bhai mentions KKR and DC में already खेल चुका है. He's 31 years old now. So I don't know how many people, but if they need a captaincy mind, then there's no one better than him. At least he
Yeah.
suited Sunrisers. So Kavya will go all out for him, I'm pretty sure. Uh, And then let's see, man. Like for Gujarat again, we'll have to take Shubman Gill will be there probably, Rashid Khan, Noor Ahmed, uh, Mohammad Shami. So there are a lot of options for Gujarat as well, and other teams also when you put them on the thing. But I heard Mohammad Shami also might be on the radar for I think RCB or it was DC, one of these two teams that I read. So you
There is
never
no
know.
trades apparently, right? This time, or there is?
There's we don't know with the new rules are they trades allowed, but last we heard was it was not. But anything can happen now. Like we've seen things change, so we'll have to
Yeah,
wait for
and
the
look,
court.
the broadcaster, the thing is, now the BCCI will, if Rohit Sharma goes to the auction, the broadcaster will pay tons of money. They will get advertisements.
Yeah.
Those advertisements will make tons of money because there will be views. It'll be on Geo, it'll be on Star, it'll be everywhere. It'll be broadcasted everywhere. People will make content around it, bro. Like 1 week, we're going to discuss auction. में हम लोग खुद करेंगे. Imagine the other
अभी तो आप
podcasts.
सोचो कोई legit article नहीं आया है. I mean, it's just a source, a
Yeah,
very credible source telling us this. But
yeah.
when it comes from the horse's mouth, आप सोचो
Yeah.
सब अपने कैमरा
And
रेडी
then
रखेंगे.
that actual auction, the build up to it is going to be next level. Like, you'll see
हाँ वो तो
the
दुबई
way
का
they
भी
make
बोले थे
shows,
मिनी
not
कार भी
only on
क्या
TV,
हाँ
all of us will make shows. We'll have our calculators out. We'll be doing mock auctions and all that. It's a lot of fun, but that's what they want. They want that extra. Everyone's going to be talking about it. It's going to be all the impressions on Twitter, Instagram will be about the auction. So that's what they've gone with, I think.
Yeah, Kohli and Pant named in Delhi provincial squad. Yeah, after I forgot how many years Virat Kohli is in the provincial squad. So yeah, that's there. I'm pretty sure he wants to get a couple of runs under his belt.
That's
Even
good.
today's net session, Virat Kohli was the first one to bat alongside Sarfaraz and Yashasvi Jaiswal. So that usually doesn't happen, but usually the say ek din pehle it is in the batting order of the team. Rohit Sharma, then it's Virat Kohli. Rohit Sharma, Jaiswal start, then it's Virat Kohli in the batting order. But T-2 mein Virat Kohli came out and started batting his heart out, and I think he really wants to get a couple of runs before the big Australian tour and also the New Zealand tour for that matter, like the New Zealand tour of India. So yeah, Virat Kohli right now in the provincial squad, making sure that he's ready for that Border Gavaskar Trophy and he's ready to give it back to these Aussies. What's the news about the auction? Is it official? You could say one hand on the trophy, जैसा बोलते like it's almost 9. I'd say 80% is true. The source, it's a
Indian
credible.
Express.
Yeah, Indian Express. They usually don't get these things wrong, and it's a big thing to think because everyone right now on YouTube is going haywire over this piece of information. At 5 retentions and no RTM, so we are still gonna say there's 20% chance that there might be a few changes, but 80% maybe these 5 retentions is what it is.
आगे 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 आज आपका दिन है 302 overseas सुन लिया look the email that you sent he's heard now today is your only day we're going to talk about retentions then until next time until we get any update no retention talk
Until we're actually there in the auction, like standing in Dubai, so we'll see
there's
what
not
it
now
is.
he wanted 302 overseas right that's exactly what he wanted
That's
so
exactly
yeah,
what he wanted. Yeah. So
yeah.
I mean, अब शकील भाई आप बोलो आपकी स्ट्रैटेजी क्या रहेगी अब आप जैसा आपके कौन प्लेयर होंगे आप जिसको रिटेन करना चाहोगे कौन से ओवरसीज कब निकालना चाहोगे before we get into that, yeah, I mean that's what it is. I think it's gonna be fun. I think this way, like you mentioned, broadcasters को बहुत like opportunity will get to make all that money back. They lost in the Asia Cup, they lost in certain tournaments. They started also probably lost to an extent in the T20 World Cup because of the traveling and the issues that they were having there with the fans. Uh, yeah, Sunrisers का तो pack हो गया. Kolkata also थोड़ा pack हो गया उधर. I think 7-7 is what they wanted, so I don't know what they're going to do. Sekilbhai says SRH should now 3 Indian and 2 overseas leave head and buy kitchen. Oh my god, that's like the biggest no for me.
No, but
I
the
would
thing is,
put-
Faiz will not agree with that because he thinks Kishan will be retained. Then how the hell will you buy him in the thing? He might be retained. Then फिर क्या करते? फिर कैसे लेते Kishan को?
Yeah, किशन अगर रिटेन हो गया तो क्या करोगे फिर आप वो बोलो.
वही.
SRH
But
retention Abe Washi Nattu comments. Washi Natarajan comments class in target Kishan.
no, I would go Nitesh Reddy is my Abhishek Sharma, Hendrik Klassen, Travis Head, and then my 5th Indian. Let me think. Will probably be
There's Shabal Ahmed, Markande, Washington Sundar.
Yeah, I'd go with Sundar.
By tomorrow, Friday, we should have an idea what India's 11 for the second test will be. As Yashasvi
Isn't
yes,
Friday the second test?
Yes.
Or Saturday is the second test?
It's 27th if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, Friday is the second test.
Yeah, but by Friday, I mean, obviously by Friday we know.
You
So
will know the 11, Ibrahim bhai.
yeah, I think Thursday को usually if they don't leak it out, he's saying Friday तक मालूम ही हो जाएगा. But yeah, I mean, Yash Dayal and Jurel are still there in the Irani Trophy thing, like you mentioned, and वही हम कल भी बात कर रहे थे इसके बारे में कि that these guys are going to be sent to. They've already gotten an issue letter from Maharashtra Cricket Association, like वो accept कर लिए कि भाई अगर ये players नहीं खेलने वाले तो हमारे को महाराष्ट्र के लिए भेज दो, so that हमारी team strong हो जाएगी ईरानी कप के लिए. And then again they'll probably get selected for the New Zealand tour. So yes, I read this as well, Ibrahim bhai, and 5 retention, 3 Indians and player only Kishan released. अभी तक कुछ किशन के बारे में कोई प्लेयर के बारे में कोई न्यूज नहीं है. अलबत्ता ऋषभ पंत के बारे में they're saying कि they have negotiated his salary with Delhi Capital. So वहाँ पे एक मीटिंग हुई थी, I think मुंबई या दिल्ली में हुई थी with Parth Jindal, the guy who owns Delhi Capitals, and maybe Rishabh Pant will be looking to stay at Delhi Capital after his salary negotiation, and along with him Aksar and Kuldeep also उनके बारे में थोड़े बहुत चर्चा है कि भाई they're going to be wanting to retain mostly Rishabh Pant, Kuldeep and Aksar. That's the trio, and Stubbs and what's the other Australian kid, James Frank McGurk. उन लोग ये दो overseas players.
Fraser McGurk.
हाँ, Frank बोला ना, Fraser McGurk. Yeah. Frankly, I was.
McGurk.
Yeah, so these
अच्छा,
two are going to be overseas, and the three will be our Indian. That's what खबर अब आ रही
Mumbai
है.
Indians.
Mumbai Indians का भी there some people are even saying कि maybe no Hardik, no Rohit. Maybe that's also going to be the thing. So it could be Kishan, Bumrah, and Surya.
And then
ना इन्हें दोनों भी नहीं बोल दे रहे.
Chennai
ना
Super
रोहित.
Kings.
Chennai
That's it.
Super Kings का they want Dhoni to have that rule of the uncapped player. अपने को मालूम वो I don't think that's going to be possible. And impact player पे भी I think it'll be helpful for them अगर at least impact player में हुआ. But retention wise ऋतुराज रहेगा उनका एक. दूसरा आपका रचिन रविंद्रा होगा I guess मेरे ख्याल में. बॉलर्स उनके पास पति राणा होगा एक ओवरसीज, एक रचिन रविंद्रा, आपके ये दो ओवरसीज हो गए. आपके 3 इंडियन हो गए. ऋतुराज, who else do you take?
Shivam Dube.
Shivam Dube will be one more, and I think the other guy, Shakir, what was that guy? Sorry, that Tamil Nadu kid that they picked up. The Tamil Nadu Premier League, that guy was coming after Dhoni or before Dhoni.
समझ गया मैं.
Yeah, Ravindra Jadeja को उठा लेंगे. One of these.
Jadeja, yeah.
So
Rizvi.
Samir Rizvi. Yeah, so ये लोग हैं, but I don't know. Samir Rizvi शायद फिर जाएंगे as an uncapped player and come back, so that's also a possibility for them. But yeah, I think we'll see. You missed my comment. I do not think they will play for Delhi in the Ranji Test against CG on October. Chandigarh, October 11 to 14. They will play New Zealand on October. Yeah, I mean they're there.
That could well be possible.
So let's see. Maybe they want to get a little bit of exposure in the Ranji circuit. At least keeping the word of the BCCI. You don't know like what's happening in the background. Maybe BCCI told them that you need to play. I don't know. I'm just speculating. I'm not confirmed on this, but हो सकता है कि शायद वो रांची खेले और न्यूजीलैंड नहीं खेले, न्यूजीलैंड के लिए किसी और बच्चों को मौका दें. That's also a possibility.
Just reports are saying SRH looking to get Rohit by trade.
There are no reports that are saying that Rohit Sharma is coming to Sunrisers. Rohit Sharma has played for Deccan, and most concrete information that we got is Lucknow Super Giants is behind Rohit Sharma, and Kolkata Knight Riders is behind Rohit Sharma.
The thing is, if they release Pat Cummins and go for Rohit Sharma, that will be like next level.
Yeah, but I don't feel like 39-year-old ko aisa Kavya le lenge. I'm not sure. And she'll get the best out of him 2 years, but
no, it's marketing.
It's that, and she doesn't like spending that much.
No, she spends a lot of money, man. She spends a lot of money.
But
like
Romano
Shepherd पे 10 करोड़ 10 करोड़
मोरिया शेपर्ड को ने मार दिया था और कल मैं डर गया उसको देख के. मैं डर गया. हमारे
भाई पूरन को 16 करोड़
16 करोड़. या ईशान किशन के लिए 13 करोड़ दिए थे, बट नहीं हुआ था. फिर
15 करोड़
दिए थे, बट नहीं हुआ था. But देखो again ये speculations है. हम अभी भी इस पे कोई
no, I agree with you. I think like that's not the right way to go, but just looking for, because this is what he wants. He wants marketing. He wants उसको क्यों होना है ईशान किशन? Not because he's going to win us the IPL thing. It's just because he wants an Indian. He'll go and watch. His friends will go and watch, and like they can have endorsements, brands, all that. That's why they want an Indian player. Otherwise, Travis Head और ईशान किशन जमीन आसमान का फर्क है अभी. Right now, Travis Head is the best.
But again, Ishan Kishan is not the biggest guy who's going to get investors and endorsements and stuff like that. Better than him right now, Abhishek Sharma, because of his
I agree, but
validity with
not
Yuvraj
how
Singh,
this guy
right? Like
looks at
Yuvraj
it.
Singh and his linkage. So I mean, उसका तो
I
अलग
agree with
है.
you, but that's not how we like he looks at it. He wants
हाँ.
Ishan Kishan poster boy. He wants to make him the poster
Yeah.
boy of Indian cricket. That's
I
what he
mean, fair
wants
enough.
to.
It's his, if he likes him, then fair enough.
I think so.
But good question by Ibrahim by saying that do you think North K will be retained?
The thing is, he's been injury prone, so they might not go with him. I would see his availability. Like if availability is an issue, then I wouldn't retain him. I don't think I would retain him. But agar unna kahin chale gaya and fit hai, then he's going to cause problems. So like I think it's just, but also in Indian conditions, if you see Nokia is not as effective as in UAE. UAE he's incredible. Like that extra bounce that he gets, a bit of swing with the new ball, he's crazy over there. In Indian conditions, he does get hit a bit, but I would still check his availability. Agar wo fit hai, I would retain him or I would buy him. If he's not, then there is no thing. And same with the other fast bowlers, whether it's Mitchell Stark, Pat Cummins. इन लोग का भी मूड नहीं मालूम, right? अब उन लोग 20 crore ले लिया last time. अब आएंगे auction में नहीं आएंगे, हमको क्या पता? We don't know. Like, what if they get injured? They have a long road ahead until that IPL starts. So we don't know the availability.
Karthik Bhai is saying, do not trust rumor, fan theory, or conjecture. Yeah, of course we don't. And that's why on this channel we haven't discussed IPL as much as you must have seen. On certain channels, you've seen that every other day they'll come up with some theory and then it'll ultimately turn into what someone might be thinking, right? We believe in ये हुआ हम उस पे नहीं जाते कि भाई ये हो सकता है, like, you know, giving you false hope and stuff like that, like, because we also don't like it as fans. Me and Mustafa believe more on authentic stuff so that we can plan accordingly, right? We like it like the Hardik Pandya thing was fun, but we don't like it to be associated to an extent that you start making people.
No. So this one, like we wouldn't officially come up with a podcast for it, but it was a legit source. That's why we're discussing it. Again, we also don't know 100% if it is correct, but it's a very legit source that is it's close to the BCCI, and someone from the BCCI probably leaked that information to this source, which is the Indian Express. So that is why we're talking about it. But in terms of rumors, like I always read the gossip columns for football transfers, cricket transfers.
Yeah,
so I don't mind it, but we won't.
It's close, but you don't confirm it. Like you don't confirm till you're
confirm it,
right? Like it's like that. So it's like that.
If SRH money on Travis Head, they cannot buy good Indian players. Look, Virat Kohli will not be available. Rohit Sharma will not be available. Jasprit Bumrah will not be available. Surya Kumar Yadav will not be available. Mohammad Siraj will not be available. I've given you these 5 players. First, can you tell me who else will not be available? Shubman Gill will not be available.
Jasprit Bumrah will not be available. Surya Kumar will not be available. Shivam Dube will not be available.
Shivam Dube
Khalil Ahmed probably will not be available. So there are like a lot of players. So I mean, this is I think why he's saying what he's saying. He's saying if Ishan comes in, we can play an extra overseas fast bowler, and bowling will be weak. So if bowling will be weak, I mean bowling has to strengthen up. So if you get Klaasen and Travis Head, that's two batsmen. And you can just buy
Shreyas Iyer will not be available, भाई उन्हें कलकत्ता
Shreyas Iyer also, I mean Shreyas Iyer की बात हो रही है शायद वापस दिल्ली जाने की, but not about कोलकाता. वो last rumor जो सुना था मैं.
Captain है उन्हें यार, KKR
captain है again, and yeah,
championship captain. That will be stupid if they let him go.
Exactly. So I mean, unless he had a very special relationship with Gautam Gambhir, हम नहीं बोल सकते.
The thing is, Shakil bhai, you're too narrow-minded. I'll be very truthful with you right now. You're too narrow-minded. There's a lot of, if you're going with only one player, it's never going to happen like that because there is a lot of conditions. There is a lot of variabilities. Anything can happen in the auction. Someone else can outbid you. You might not have enough purse. You might.
They might get injured.
He might go for 30 crore. Then you will be left with nothing. Then what will you do? So you have to build a team now. You can only retain 5, so you can't splash that much money on Ishan Kishan. And if he goes in the auction, there'll be a lot of people. So you have to check.
And also on the fact that you already have the best wicket-keeping batsman in the world with you, so you don't really.
Yeah, you already have a wicket-keeper. You have Glenn Phillips also, which you won't retain, but like you will find somebody else in the auction that you can get. If a Suraj wanted players. I mean, target Rinku Singh if he doesn't get retained, of course you would.
Now that's what it is. What is Kolkata going to retain? Venkatesh Iyer, Rinku Singh, Shreyas Iyer, Harshit Rana, Raghuvanshi.
No, so I would do Rinku Singh, Shreyas Iyer,
and
Varun Chakravarti.
So Harshit goes into the auction.
Yeah, Harshit goes into the auction, baby.
Harshit goes into the auction. Then you've got who you going to do your overseas? Mitchell Stark and Narayan, Phil Salt and Narayan, Phil Salt and Stark.
Gurbaz and Russell. Gurbaz and Russell. Simple. Gurbaz and Russell.
That's simple. I mean, no, Will Jackson.
It's hard. It's hard. That's what I'm saying. There will be players. Now, exactly. If रिंकू वेंकटेश अय्यर आपका ऑप्शन बन सकता है ऑलराउंडर अगर आपको ओपनिंग बैट्समैन अगर ईशान किशन नहीं है यू कैन गो फॉर वेंकटेश अय्यर आई एम टॉकिंग टू शकील राइट नाउ शाहने शकील शाहने शकील द मुस्टैच कॉमेडी सर्कस आई एम टॉकिंग टू सो वेंकटेश अय्यर could be an option रिंकू सिंह could be an option as a finisher or he can play up the order also so you have to have backup plans ईशान किशन
Tilak Verma can come to Hyderabad. I just realized that. Tilak Verma can come to Hyderabad.
Tilak Verma is also an option. So you have to have backup options. ये जो एक हफ्ते से गाना गा रहे ईशान किशन तस्बीह के जैसा पढ़ रही है नहीं. You have to have backup options. You can't just keep going, bro. Like ईशान किशन, you have to like so keep your eyes open. I'm saying for his own good. Like there is no you have every right to love ईशान किशन. You can do whatever.
Plan is to build Indian good
Yes,
Indian,
but you don't. What you only talking one name, Ishan Kishan. एक हफ्ते से वही रोज.
But what you need to understand is, Shakir bhai, what you need to understand is you don't actually need a very good Indian core to win the IPL. You don't need it. Like if you have a good balance in terms of foreigners and Indians, it's fine. Now one rule that they should actually start doing is put 5 foreigners. Then you see how your whole narrative will change. Your whole world will change. You'll forget Ishan Kishan and you'll come to like every foreign player. So ठीक है, आपकी बात ठीक है कि आप जो बोल रहे हैं कि अगर हम इंडियन को रखें और बॉलर की एक जगह बन जाएगी फॉरेनर लिस्ट में, और आई गेट इट, ठीक है, मैं आपकी बात सुन लिया. बट जब आपके पास वर्ल्ड का बेस्ट विकेट कीपिंग बैट्समैन है और जब आपके पास वर्ल्ड का बेस्ट T20 ओपनर राइट नाउ अगर आप रखो ट्रेविस हेड को, तो यू कैन नॉट ओवरसाइड नहीं कर सकते. आपको पिक एंड चूज करना पड़ता है. कभी कभी आप अच्छी चीजों को लेट गो भी करना, कभी आप बुरे चीजों को रखना भी चाहिए. सो इट इज गोइंग टू बी हाउ अभी द एंड काव्या के हाथ में है पैडल एंड ऑप्शन. बट मेरे हिसाब से अगर आप फ्रेंचाइज के ओनर हो, आप सोचोगे कि मेरे को मैच कौन जिता सकता है, आपको मैच सिर्फ ट्रेविस हेड या क्लासन जिता सकता है इन कंपैरिजन टू ईशान किशन 100%. लाइक आप भी अगर ये बात को नहीं मानो तो फिर लाइक आई नो आप बोलोगे T20 वर्ल्ड कप के फाइनल में हार गए, बट T20 वर्ल्ड कप के फाइनल में मारने वाला भी क्लासन ही था एंड ऑस्ट्रेलिया के लिए WTC फाइनल में मारने वाला ही ट्रेविस हेड था. Ishan Kishan yet to make a name for himself to an extent of a big Indian player as well, first of all. Secondly, injury या mental break अगर उन्होंने लेना शुरू कर दिया, बदतमीजी शुरू, because he has a lot of tantrums also. Is what
but the thing is, I'm saying if you want to target him. I have no problem. He's saying Indian core बनाना है, ठीक है. बट ये नहीं समझ रहे हैं कि अगर आप 15-16 डाल दिए ईशान किशन पे तो फिर आपका इंडियन कोर कहाँ से बिल्ड होगा. यू नीड टू हैव मनी इन द बैंक. सो देन यू इफ ही इज टू एक्सपेंसिव, इफ यू कांट गेट हिम, देन go for a budget in Venkatesh Iyer, go with Rinku Singh for less or whatever it is. Then you build an Indian core. You can't build an Indian core with Ishan Kishan by himself. You can't.
Again, he's saying Indian core is needed to win. चलो ठीक है आपकी
बात. Yeah, I agree with that. मगर Indian core is needed. Then but if you splash 15 crore on Ishan Kishan, you cannot build an Indian core. Where will you build an Indian core from? You have to spread the cash, right? Then you can build an Indian core. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm saying, go for him. If you get him at a good price and you get him, ठीक है. But if you don't, you have to have backup options. Who are you going to go for? This is how you go on auction. You can't just say, "Bhai, I want this player, so मैं नहीं खेल रहा." ऐसा थोड़ी
प्लान करना है. अगर आपके साथ 9 और फ्रैंचाइजेस रहने वाले हैं,
ये वर्ड जो है वेरिएबल्स जो है, there's too many variables going into an auction. You don't know who's going to bid for who. You don't know what the availability of the players are right now. कौन जा रहे हैं auction में. उसके बाद बजट कितना है ये भी नहीं मालूम, पर्स कितना है. Once that is all done, then we'll know. If you, for example, if we get Ishan Kishan for 15 crore, what if Tilak Verma goes for 15 crore? You can't get him, right? You don't know. Like, or I would get like Tilak. Imagine Tilak is cheap, then get him for 3 crore. Get Venkatesh Iyer and get Rinku Singh. That is your core sorted. That is your Indian core sorted. You have to look at bowlers also. Maybe Harshit Rana is available. Maybe Mohsin Khan is available. You have to look at them as well. I think that's what you have to do.
Ibrahim also makes a very good point. There's a lot of cricket to be played before the auction, so you might
exactly 100%.
So there is also like Mushir Khan is there.
There is a lot of recency bias in the so auction से पहले जो मैच चल रहा, जो सीरीज चल रहा, वहाँ पे जो परफॉर्म करता, he will get selected.
आकाशदीप का प्राइस रेंज देखो आप.
Yeah, he will get. I remember England and West Indies were playing a T20 series in West Indies just before the 2022 auction. That is why Romario Shepherd, and you remember this guy Punjab got for like a lot of money, bro. What's his name? The Odin Smith. They got him just because England के खिलाफ दोनों like 10 बॉल में like 40 मार दिए. That's why they, and there was just 2-3 days before the auction, so there's a lot of recency bias. So your point is correct that we don't know what's going to happen until then. So that is also a different thing.
Bowler Bhuvi Natarajan, Shami Khalil comments again like yes, okay, ठीक है, looks good on paper, but Bhuvi again like एक मैच आपको देगा, so 15 मैचों में एक मैच देगा. Well, like you have to also look at their conditioning, right? Natarajan injury prone again a big problem. Shami खुद injury से वापस आ रहे, so factors both have to सोचने के बारे में. You can't again
Yeah.
जैसे मुस्तफा बोल रहे एक प्लेयर के अंतराफ में आप पूरे टीम नहीं कर सकते.
भाई
चलो
अगर मैं बोल रहा
ईशान किशन अगर
हूँ
मारता भी है झारखंड के लिए, अगर T20 में मारता भी है, then we'll have to think. अभी तो he not
भाई
even
अगर
done
उन्हें
it.
आप उसको 5-6 करोड़ में ले लिया, दैट इज अमेजिंग. मगर अगर
Yeah.
उन्हें 15 तक चलेगा, 16 तक चलेगा, तो फिर आप क्या करेंगे? You can't
9
manage.
लोग और है ना आपके साथ, आप अकेले
Yeah.
ऑप्शन में थोड़ी बैठे हुए. आप ऐसा
Yeah,
थोड़ी कि
exactly.
बुफे में जो प्लेट आपको चूज करना है आप वो डिश ले लोगे, ऐसा थोड़ी है. अभी तो शायद धोनी भी आ जाएगा ऑप्शन में. सोचो फिर धोनी might also be in the auction. So
And also, you see what they do in the auction. You've probably noticed it. I've noticed it a lot that they raise prices. Like you see, the Delhi guy,
everyone.
Delhi
Yeah.
guy keeps doing this like every time. So
Yeah.
they raise the price. So like when Ishan Kishan might not be in form, might not be anything, but just to tease the other guy to get their money run out quickly, they'll raise his price. I think that's what Kavya might have done last time around with Ishan Kishan. Like you'll see owners do that. You'll see teams do that. They raise the price of the player, especially if he's Indian. And Indian players will go for a lot of money. 100%.
100%. That तो yeah, that's a given. Like 100% everybody, because देखो again impact player है, Indians को favor करता. अगर impact player में आप foreign player को ला लो, foreign की बारिश हो जाएगी. Right? Like if you allow a foreign player to be
Yeah.
impact. So yes, 100%. You do need a decent number of Indian players, but again, majority of the time, you see, the 4 foreigners are the ones who actually make the most impact in the match. Like to an extent, like Pollard for Mumbai has been incredible. David
Malinga.
Rao for Chennai. Malinga has been thing for us. David Warner has done incredible. Kane Williamson also has done decently well. Rashid Khan has done well.
AB
Noor
de
Ahmed
Villiers.
has done well. AB de Villiers
Yeah.
has been fantastic. So that's what it is. Like mostly you played, and Travis Head से ज़्यादा solid foreigner अभी है नहीं. Klassen से अभी legit best foreigner कोई है नहीं. Yes, it's upsetting अगर Pat Cummins को जाना पड़े, but again देखो we still probably get him back is what I feel. So देखना पड़ेगा. Shami is a very good option. I think I appreciate that call from you, Chakir bhai. But yeah,
Exactly. Indian
but
fast
he
bowling
might,
made a good
but
point.
he might
Indian-
not want to have an easy option. Exactly what we think.
वो like अगर उन्हें Indian bowlers go into the auction, again demand and supply, because like it's hard to get an elite Indian fast bowler. So if he goes into the auction, of course his price will be sky high as well. So 100%.
Now also we have to think of Rajasthan's perspective. How do they go? Like they'll have Jaiswal, they'll have Samson, they'll have Ashwin, they have Ryan Parag, they have a lot of Indian contingent, right? And then they've got Josh Butler, they have older hair light on it, Anande Berger, they have Trent Bolt, they have a few more foreigners, so they'll also have to think about their choices as well. Why SRS should make an Indian core like MI and CS.
I agree with that. That's fine. Like that's okay. Like no problem. But they also have a good foreign players, so you have to have a good balance. वो तो मैं agree करता हूँ, मैं disagree कर रही नहीं. मगर आप खाली एक track पे चल रहे हैं कि ईशान के उसको हम समझा रहे हैं और कुछ नहीं. Indian core रहना तो of course, like the thing. I think they've had a decent Indian core in the last IPL. Like on paper, Tripathi has done well in the IPL. Abhishek Sharma has been outstanding recently. Nitish Reddy was brilliant. Bhuvneshwar Kumar, he's your veteran. Washington Sundar is again India representative all rounder. At that time, he was playing for India when we picked him initially in the auction. So I think we've had a decent Indian core. There's nothing wrong in that. And now again, you look to build. There's nothing wrong in having a good Indian.
अब महज बात ये है सिंपल, लाइक अगर अपन डालना चाह रहे नाउ नवंबर के 15 तारीख तक एवरीबॉडी हैज टू गिव अ लिस्ट ऑफ देयर 5 रिटेंशंस. 30 तारीख 1 तारीख तक आपको मालूम हो जाएगा कि आपके मार्केट में कौन अवेलेबल है. उसके हिसाब से फिर आपको चूज करना पड़ेगा, स्ट्रेटजी बना के चलना पड़ेगा. बट वो स्ट्रेटजी पे आप स्टक नहीं रह सकते जैसे मुस्तफा भाई बोल रहे हैं.
Exactly. और आप जैसा बोले, like बोल रहे हैं, like you can also have good foreign core and win an IPL too. Sunrise have shown it. अब देखो RR have very good Indian players. How many IPLs have they won? They haven't won even one since a foreigner won it for them. Shane Warne. And at that time Shane Warne, Graham Smith, Watson. In लोग जिताए लोग को. Yeah, Snodcott, Trivedi, Jadeja, they all played roles. I'm not taking anything out. मगर जिताए तो इन लोग. Watson was MVP, bro. He was in.
Sohail Tanvir.
Sohail Tanvir was incredible, leading wicket taker. Yusuf Pathan was outstanding. Yeah, he was one Indian player who was crazy, but no, Yusuf Pathan was not a standout Indian player at that time, right? तो
बराबर
फॉरेन जिताया आपको राजस्थान जब से
नहीं, बैलेंस रहना जरूरी। मैं ये हम लोग दोनों ये एग्री कर रहे हैं कि कोर रहना इंडिया है,
हाँ,
बिकॉज
कोर
इंडियन
तो
प्रीमियर
रहना
लीग है,
बड़े
बट
जो
आपको
इतना एम्फेसिस कर रहे हैं उतना नहीं है
बट
वो
हमारे पास जो फॉरेनर की क्वालिटी है आप उसको अंडरमाइन कर दे, आप उसको नजरअंदाज कर दे रहे कि भाई क्लासन और ट्रेविस हेड को आप अभी हाल हाल में उठा लो उनके स्टैट्स, लाइक अभी ऑस्ट्रेलिया में जो धूम मचा
यू
रहा है
हैव
ट्रेविस
टू
हेड, तो यू हैव टू कंसीडर एंड दिस मुसला भाई बोले कि
100% ब्रो।
रिसेंटली 22
मैं ये तो बोल रहा हूँ आपको, अब केकेआर को जो लास्ट सीजन है कौन सा इंडियन जिताया? नॉट रियली मैन, लाइक हर्षित राणा हैड एन इम्पैक्ट अपार्ट फ्रॉम
Phil
दैट।
Salt had a Phil
फिल
Salt,
सॉल्ट, नारायण,
Narayan,
एंड्रू
and
रसल,
Mitchell Stark in that.
मिचेल स्टार्क, चार चार फॉरेनर जिताया उन लोग को। कौन सा इंडियन प्लेयर जिताया उनको? कोई
चलो
नहीं।
हर्षित राणा एक एक्सटेंट तक ठीक
हाँ,
कर
एक
रहा है,
हर्षित
बट
है, रिंकू विंकू तो कुछ करे नहीं। He didn't do anything in this when they won that. So like you have to have good foreign, because they know how to like you have to have a good balance, I feel. But foreign players can win tournaments for you because under pressure they know
and
how to
again
shoot. They
there
have more
also
experience.
एक ही चीज है कि चार फॉरेनर्स अवेलेबल होने में you have to pick the best that you have, and these are the two
Exactly,
best that
exactly.
you have.
I agree. Look, even Sunrisers at that time,
Like,
it wasn't Yuvraj or anything who won. Yeah, Shikhar Dhawan was good, Bhuvneshwar was good, but Mustafizur was outstanding. You remember that fest 2016, Mustafizur?
Mustafizur, yeah man, the fizz, those
Yeah,
deliveries,
how
oh
good
my
was he?
god,
Him,
yeah, absolutely.
David Warner. These two players,
तो
they were.
झलक मैंने फर्स्ट मैच में दिया था आईपीएल के ये साल के चेन्नई और आरसीबी
फाइनल
में
में मैन ऑफ द मैच कौन था?
2016 का,
हाँ, you know the answer. He's a foreigner.
it could be Warner,
Ben Cutting.
Ben Cutting चिक्का, yeah, sorry मैं
Yeah, you
दिमाग को रिवाइंडिंग
you
कर
know
दिया
it.
बैक,
Like but that's what I'm saying. तो
yeah.
आपका पॉइंट बहुत वैलिड है, इनका पॉइंट लाइक वही उनको समझा रहे, उन्होंने समझ रहे कि इंडियन कोर राजस्थान कुछ भी नहीं जीती इंडियन कोर के साथ, कुछ भी नहीं जीती अभी तक।
टेक अपडेट इज इन द हाउस भाई, कैसे आप कहाँ हैं? आप
देखिए मैन, लॉन्ग टाइम बड़ी, हाउ आर यू?
if SRH only win, for example, depend on Travis Head, Klaasen, Abhishek, if see with these three players that you mentioned, we already went to one final, right? We went to one final without Ishan Kishan in the mix. You their balance will come if Ishan Kishan comes in. How will that be balanced? We already have Abhishek Sharma, like you mentioned. We'll have Nitesh Kumar Reddy in place of Ishan Kishan. So we really don't need him. Is what a point. Because we already have a wicket keeper in Klaasen, and Klaasen also like
I would rather go for
Travis
Indian
Head is also an all rounder. Travis Head is
I
also
would
an
go with
all
the
rounder.
Indian spinner. I think we should get like a Chahal or someone like that. You know, like get a
Yeah,
good
that's a
Indian
good
spinner.
shout. Chahal bhi hai bhai Rajasthan mein, bhul gaya.
Yeah, like get a good Indian spinner. I think that's what we need. And Indian fast bowler, like backup to Natarajan Bhuvi. I think we need an Indian fast bowler. Indian, if you retain Washington Sundar, you got all rounder there, but you need a spinner. I think leg spinner, Indian leggy, and fast bowler. That's someone like a Travis Headman. Like you should not be giving him just to get an Ishan Kishan. I don't think that makes sense. If you can get
Someone
Ishan
like
Kishan,
if you can get Markande out and get Ravi Bishnoi also, I'll be happy.
एमआई को 5 टाइटल कौन जिताया? भाई एक तो मलिंगा जिताया खुद अकेले, वो जो लास्ट ओवर डाला था
एक रन आउट में पॉलार्ड करा था
पॉलार्ड का और क्विंटन डिकॉक ही जिताया था दुबई में, याद है आपको? उन्हें हर या रोहित शर्मा फाइनल में मारा, बट क्विंटन डिकॉक पूरा सीजन मारा था। सूर्या एक शायद लाइक इम्पैक्ट था उसका, बट मलिंगा जिताए उन लोग को टाइटल्स, क्या बोलते हैं, पॉलार्ड, Quinton de Kock, these guys have done crazy for Mumbai Indians as well. It's not just like, and Chennai में Shane Watson जिताया उनको अपने खिलाफ।
वो तो अच्छे से
Yeah, Shane Watson जिताया था वो।
Big Indian. What's your plan for Flipkart Big Billion Days? I'm buying iPhone 12. Congratulations, tech update. You're buying thing. I don't know what that Flipkart अच्छा सेल वेल होगा, देखूंगा मैं भी, अगर कुछ जरूरत पड़ी तो मैं भी भाई लूंगा।
iPhone 12, huh? Is there like some discount on it?
Yeah, 16 आने वाला है, तो I'm pretty sure उस बाकी के prices drop हो गए होंगे।
Right, the 16 is not that great, but yeah.
Am I always banks on Indian start same policy as SRH should follow?
No,
but
we
we
have
want to be
one-
different.
we don't
मतलब
follow.
अलग है अपन।
No, listen, if you I understand that, like you're not the only person who's told me that Indian core अच्छा है, that is like completely fine आपका वो, but I'm just saying कि थोड़ा सा दिमाग खोलो, थोड़ा सा आप दूसरी चीजें
अच्छा, 16 में दो टीम आए थे फाइनल में, एक सनराइजर्स था, एक दूसरी टीम कौन थी? आरसीबी में कौन थे मुस्तफा, लाइक आपके नामत गिनत प्लेयर्स?
विराट कोहली, डिविलियर्स, क्रिस गेल, शेन वॉटसन
और एक और फॉरेनर केएल राहुल। तो दैट्स व्हाट बैंकिंग तो तीन पे थे ना, क्रिस गेल और एबी डिविलियर्स पे। बात वही है ना, लाइक अगेन हम नहीं बोल रहे आपकी बात गलत है, इंडियन कोच
We
का जो
can
भी है,
depend
बट
on them, bro. They took us to the final. They can
yeah.
depend on them. Come on, show some confidence, buddy. Of course, you can depend on them. Like,
So we'll wait again. Like I said, we'll have to just wait, and we'll wait when the auction
And
is
also
on the
Mumbai
table.
Indians, I don't know how it worked, bro. They got the top of Indian players, but they also got the top of the foreign players also. Like they did and they have a crazy scouting system. And Bumrah, they scouted him. They didn't buy him in the auction. They scouted him. Okay, Bumrah, Surya Kumar, yes, they got him from KKR. That's a good buy. At that time, they didn't know. But again, the scouting system is very good.
Yeah.
What's his name? Tilak Verma, scouting system. At that time, I was also saying, ki, bhai, go for him, go for him, go for him. He's Hyderabadi local, but they scouted him very well. So they develop players also. It's not just by jo bhi Indian player le lete. They scout very good. Aap scout karo, you get the next Surya.
Again, they've got a very good linkage with the Ranchi team, right? Like MI and Maharashtra Cricket Association, like obviously
Yeah.
Wankhede is in
ये
one.
हार्दिक और कृणाल कहाँ से आए भाई? They were not in any other franchise, right? Before Mumbai Indians.
No.
So the scouting is excellent. उन लोग तो scout करे उन लोग को, right? That they built that core. So build a
So
core.
they follow the Ranchi people what they say and
Like
say
what
so
we did with Nitesh Reddy right now is the most talked about all-rounder after Hardik Pandya. Like in India, like they say, like bhai, he's had a great Duleep Trophy. You should consider him. काफी लोग बोलते हैं. So like we're also developing players like that. You should take that as a
Bro,
positive.
SRS should also make their scouts strong. Yeah, 100%. They should.
Yeah, that
We
is
agree
fine.
with
No
that.
problem
We're
with
not
that.
saying no
But you
because
also got to open your head a bit and thoda sa be more flexible. Like this, childish behavior, Ishan, like it won't help you. You'll be frustrated. Then you won't enjoy the auction. Enjoy karo, bhai. It's a big night. It'll be fun. Look at the other options. Have backup options. Yes, you'll be disappointed. Like there's certain players I want. I wanted Ishan Kishan so much in that auction 2022. I was so pissed when he didn't come. But then I
we were
forgot about
talking. Yeah, then we were talking
you
about
remember
that.
that time I was saying also by उसको ले लो और उसको
पुरन पूरा पुरन को भी अपन वो कर देंगे.
या उसको जब छोड़े I got pissed but like whatever you move on it's okay man like it's fine that you like
That
it
season became 10th.
और मैं आपको इसलिए बोल रहा हूँ because you need to have it won't be good for your health like you'll get really upset you'll be negative all the time you'll get frustrated if you think like this because I've gone through it.
Anything that happens, you say Ishan Kishan ko nahi.
No,
You see,
I've gone through it. I'm giving you advice as
you see R. Ashwin playing for any other franchise that CSK, considering he's the head of CSK's high performance center. I mean, it depends on the auction thing, bro. Like at the end of the day, इब्राहिम भाई कौन अश्विन के लिए जाने वाले हैं? I don't know. अभी वो IPL में ऐसे विकेट्स तो बनते नहीं जो स्पिनर फ्रेंडली ज्यादा हो या अश्विन लेवल स्पिनर फ्रेंडली हो. So like he's a very good asset in terms of batting now and bowling as well. But even in RR, he was decent. He didn't do anything over the top. One innings I remember of 50 or something that he hit. But yeah, the IPL is a different game. So I mean, maybe people would leave him in the auction. I'm not sure. But now with the batting ability, maybe they'll go for him. So it's a very 50-50 thing.
Most overrated guy is Gill. Most underrated is Jaiswal.
I mean, Jaiswal now is getting noticed. I don't think he's being underrated now. I think what I love about Rohit Sharma, अगर आप देखो, he doesn't hype anyone. Like they asked him about Jaiswal, he said, let him just अभी खेलने दो यार उसको ज़्यादा उसको मैं नहीं बोलता हूँ अभी. And the way he talks to him during the 1-2, like जो भी अपना between striker and non-striker, I think Rohit Sharma सही रखता, grounded रखता बंदे को, and that's what I really like about him. He said like even Sarfaraz को we heard on the stump man, ए भाई तू ज़्यादा hero मत बन. So he knows how to give when to give praise when not to give praise. And गिल का देखिए भाई ओवररेटेड बिल्कुल नहीं है. 2023 में he was a gem of an Indian batsman. We all were behind him. प्रॉब्लम इंडिया में क्या है मालूम, जब प्लेयर अच्छा करता होता है तो सब उसके साथ देते हैं, जब प्लेयर बुरा करता है तो उसको छोड़ देते हैं. इवन विद विराट कोहली जैसे प्लेयर को काफी लोग, काफी रिपोर्टर्स, काफी एक्स क्रिकेटर्स ने विराट कोहली को लाइक निकाल दो टीम से बोले थे 3 साल जब सेंचुरी नहीं मारे थे उन्होंने. तो इंडिया का प्रॉब्लम ये जो चलता रहता है उसको उसकी वाहवाही करो, जो नहीं चलता उसको भूल जाओ कि उन्हें क्या करा. 2023 remember he started out with a double century in Hyderabad, then he came on, he won us the tour against New Zealand, he won the tour against Sri Lanka I think as well. Then IPL was fantastic, Virat Kohli को उन्हें eliminate कर दिया था. So he had a fantastic year that year and everybody was saying now थोड़ा patch recently dip हुआ तो अब लोग उसको भूल जा रहे हैं and calling him overrated. That's not right. He's at 25 years old.
Yeah, I think give him some more time and see T20s. Man, the only issue that he has, in my opinion, is after the power play, how to build an innings. I think if he develops that, he'll be a solid player. But I agree with everything you said. I don't disagree.
शॉर्ट
Absolutely.
आर्म जैब मैन क्या शॉट है वो उसका
Yeah,
T20 में
no, I agree with whatever you said. Like, it's too early to write him off or anything like that. He's still, I mean, he's scoring hundreds right now, man. Like, as we speak. Uh, but yeah, I said it just can't depend on head. I think if Ishan Kishan come, we can play two overseas fast bowler and bowling will be very strong. RCB couldn't win because Gale AB wicket dependency. I mean, but they played some really good cricket. They could have won a couple of finals. You can say the same thing with the Rajasthan Royals. They couldn't win because too much Indian player dependency.
even as LSG also they came twice in the playoffs twice in the playoffs and they lost.
Yeah, LSG had a very good Indian core. Very good. So it's fine. It just depends
Wouldn't
on.
it be a conflict of interest in terms of contract if Ashwin plays for another franchise and is the head of CSK High Performance Center at the same time as he will have access to data of CSK players? I mean, he's doing that currently, and they didn't come up with anything, right? And I
I
think
think it is a conflict of interest.
it is a conflict of interest, but I don't know. Rajasthan ke liye to khel raha hai. Is he currently now? Was he hired? I don't remember the news.
If this is like whatever he's saying, if this is happening, it's a conflict of interest. I don't know if it's happening or not. I've not heard of it.
Or unless he become it this year and like maybe
Yeah, if he
plan.
became this year then and then he'll join CSK, then it's not a conflict of
So
interest.
then he might not even be in the auction. You never know that.
Mm.
He might sit on the table and decide the fate of CSK. Uh, Ask Faisal Mustafa, when will you come to UP Lucknow? I will greet you as much as definitely, man. Like we were planning in 2023 also to come to Lucknow for India England, but वो हो नहीं सका. But yeah, बिरयानी तो चखना है वहाँ की वहाँ बहुत
Hopefully
ज़्यादा.
this IPL will come.
Yeah, a lot of people have told me about the biryani and yeah, but the
Yeah,
great
inshallah, this IPL will try to come. Lucknow.
definitely
I really want to eat the kebabs
the
over
roti
there.
kebabs. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
See, am I
We're
Indian
not going
core?
to eat the biryani because then you will say, I know what you're going to say, so we're not going to go into that. We'll eat the kebabs. We'll go
Yeah,
directly eat the kebabs.
the galoti kebabs.
Yeah, we'll eat their speciality.
I
I'm
mean,
sure
we'll
they
eat
have.
everything. The way we have eaten
No,
anything,
no, we're
we'll
not
eat
going to
everything.
eat the biryani. I don't want to hear
No, no, I
anything.
also have to eat because I have to prove it
We're
to
not
someone
going to
else.
eat the biryani.
From the team, I have to tell someone about that. He told me he'll make me eat the biryani so I'm eating. Let's see.
I hate
I hate
SRH team because of Travis. That's a compliment.
if you're an outsider, yeah, 100%. Yeah, अच्छा, tech update लेके I thought Shakir were it or whatever.
No, no, no. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Like, it's a compliment to SRH. And
yeah,
exactly.
because he destroyed everyone, right? He destroyed
Yeah.
by 10 wickets. He destroyed LSG, and I'm sorry
No,
about that.
like इतना अच्छा खेला उन्हें. Like ठीक है, I'm not saying कि ये season maybe ईशान किशन will score more runs than him this time. मैं कोई guarantee नहीं दे दूँ मगर भाई थोड़ा तो reward दो भैया को. He changed the whole landscape of IPL, man. Travis Head, him and Pat
And
Cummins.
he
Like,
was in RCP, man. Like RCP were kicking themselves. Like what the hell? Ashwin became head of
yeah, bro.
CSK High
Like, look
Performance
how he
Center
played, man. It's incredible. And also,
after.
that's another point. Mr. Big Shaq,
Okay,
like what Faiz said was very important. That RCB also their foreign players they didn't play to
back
that
on.
level that they did in other clubs. Quinton de Kock, Shane Watson, this guy Travis Head. A lot of these players didn't play to that level in RCB. So that is also another thing. When they played to their potential, you saw what they did. Their fans. Like Quinton de Kock is a IPL winner. Travis Head is a finalist. He won the. He just won the MLS. No MLC. Sorry.
MSC, Washington
Yeah,
Freedom.
Travis Head, right?
Yeah, yeah.
There you go.
Klassen lost it again. I think
Yeah,
Klassen lost
and
it.
it's not wasting money on Travis Head. If you think that is, I don't think, in my opinion, that's not correct. Like SRH.
I hate. Yeah, Ashwin became a head of CSK High Performance Center after this year. So maybe he might not be in the mix of things because obviously Chennai is his home and he wants to probably calm down now, like his cricketing career and looking at
Maybe
a
he goes
career.
to Chennai because I don't see Rajasthan retaining him. They
Yeah,
will
even I don't.
retain
Chahal,
Sanju
Jaiswal,
Samson.
Sanju Samson. I don't know who's coming out it,
मेरे को तो doubt नहीं दिख रहा. Why don't we retain him? He's done well for them. Like
but he's not blown the roof like Jaiswal and like
who
Chahal
else
and
will you retain instead of him?
Trent Bolt
Ran Parag.
and
No, Indian player.
Ran
Ran
Parag.
Parag.
Ran
Hell no, bro. Sanju Samson. Hell no. I'm sorry, I do not agree with. There's no way. Sanju Samson, bro, because like, look, he has done a decent job as captain. Like they're coming to the playoffs. They can do better, 100%. They have a good team, but I think the environment that he's created, it's a good one. Like he's handling the likes of Ashwin. Butler, all these guys are captains.
So
Like
do you
the
leave out Chahal, Samson Jaiswal, and who's other Indian? Like I don't even remember. In Rajasthan, Riyan Parag,
Avesh Khan.
Avesh Khan. Avesh Khan
Uh,
also good.
no, I would definitely go Samson, Jaiswal,
Chahal.
and either Chahal or Parag. But I wouldn't retain Parag, but they might. They love him.
Exactly. That's what they've invested 4 years in him. So I'm pretty sure they wanted him. Uh, SRH team is equal to second. No, SRH has two trophies. RCB has none. You should waste money on travels or buy good Indian players. We won't waste money. No, we're retaining him, so we won't spend any money on travels. Guy, what are your thoughts if on India versus Sri Lanka WTC final? If India beat Australia 4-1, then it'll be India versus Sri Lanka. No matter if Sri Lanka loses to Australia in this series or not. New Zealand, you mean? New Zealand, right? I mean, Sri Lanka has a good opportunity. I was discussing this with Mustafa as well, but he was, I think again, he was saying that India have a better opportunity to win, and Australia again 4-1 is like a very big call in the BGT, I think.
If that happens, then just count me wrong. But I don't think that'll happen.
Exactly. Like then you can just clip Mustafa whenever we talk about the BGT and you can
Yeah,
keep repeating.
yeah. Like I'll take it.
He'll take it happily. Like because it's his dream to see 4-1, but yeah, in Australian
In Australia, that'd
conditions,
be crazy. Yeah, like, but
that'd
I
be
don't
crazy.
like. I don't see India Sri Lanka. I right now see India Australia. I don't know what you guys think. I don't think I don't can't look far ahead, but right now. But look, you can have a England come out of nowhere. You can have a Sri Lanka coming in, but that 4-1 thing in Australia is very difficult, bro. Like if it was at home, you see, even in the last series that India played against Australia at home, that was 2-1. You drew that last test match. You remember थोड़ा flat कर दिए थे wicket.
अहमदाबाद अहमदाबाद प्राइम मिनिस्टर्स को बुलाए
वहाँ
थे
पे
दोनों को
कोहली वोली 100 मारा था.
शुभमन
तो
गिल भी 100 मारा था
हाँ जी, I
मिला
think so. So like I don't see 4-1 happening, bro. That's so I don't think it'll be India Sri Lanka.
let's see I mean India have to still play New Zealand still have to play the second test let's not get way too ahead of
Yeah, yeah.
ourselves
There's a lot of permutations, but I and you're right. We shouldn't look too far ahead. But if you ask me right now, I can't see past India Australia.
correct and IPL 11 has 7 Indian 4 overseas 7 Indians are good the team will be good I mean yes you're right in that calculation that majority of
Yeah,
the
but the
players
thing is, if you invest 15 to 20 crore in Ishan Kishan, then your other six won't be as good. यही तो समझा
that's
रहे हैं आपको आप थोड़ा
RR
दिमाग थोड़ा
retentions
सा
are
हेडलाइट खोलो थोड़ा सा दो ट्रैक्स पे देखो लुक एट द होल थिंग खाली एक उस पे गए तो कैसा होगा
Ibrahim by saying RR retention Sanju Chahal Jaspal Bolt and Patel I think that's what could be. Ryan Parag could also go to SRH. Shakil bhai, Ryan Parag could have. But yeah, that's a possibility as well. Retain class in Cummins. Cummins का क्या होगा बोल रहे हैं अरे भाई वही तो हम डिस्कस करें कि हम ट्रेविस और क्लासन को फॉरेन रूल मिलेंगे और तीन जो हमारे इंडियंस है उसमें अभिषेक एंड जो भी हमारा यू नो एनटीआर है हमारे नीतीश रेड्डी हैं एंड शहबाज अहमद या यू नो त्रिपाठी या मार्कंडे या जो भी दूसरे वाले हैं उनको लेंगे नटराजन ऑल्सो पॉसिबली या वॉशिंगटन सुंदर श्रीलंका will miss out if SA wins 6 out of 6 as SA will edge Sri Lanka by 0.2 winning percentage but that's like even for South Africa that's difficult right Ibrahim bhai I don't know like if they be managing
three
to
are
win 6
against Pakistan and then what are the other matches they have
I think there's West Indies or one of I forgot, Afghanistan one of these
they
two.
already played West Indies no or no
I'm looking just a minute. Carry on the conversation to them.
yeah they played West Indies guys when will IPL retention list out and is it the mega auction the retention list I don't know exactly when it's going to come out I think tomorrow we'll have a clear idea or tonight of the exact rules the BCCI will probably announce it but uske baad the list then I think the owners get that opportunity to retain their players which is maybe in the next week or so but I'm just telling you मेरे को exact knowledge नहीं मालूम we'll do some research on that and let you know exactly when we think the list
About
will
what?
when the retention list will come.
Sri Lanka and Pakistan.
It's doable.
The retention list will come out by 15th November. November half of the month of November, and then after that, the deadline for the auction is 30th or the first week of December, like last week of November or first week of December. That's when the mega auction will happen. So you have to give out your retention list by the.
Oh my
15th.
God, it's still like month and a half.
And we've been talking about this since 2 months and a half.
So then,
Guys, when
only the rule will come this week. That's it.
Only the rules are coming for now, and then later the advertising will start. Later on, the talks will start. Later on, the chit chat will start. The gossip will start. The
When will we know the retention list in November?
November. Because
Who is?
IPL auction comes happen at December end, right? Like sorry, November end, December first week. December 9th was the last mini auction.
I thought it's the third week of November, second or third week. That's what I heard.
Second week you have to give out your names, and the last week of November or the first week of December, that's when the auction.
Not that's not too far away. It's fine.
Yeah, so for Indian players they'll have to give it earlier because PGT रहेगा वहाँ पे फिर disturb करेंगे नहीं किसी के माइकल लाल को, right? So I think you could also expect it in the first week of November because अभी इंडिया में है, अभी बातचीत करके खत्म कर दो. So yeah, South Africa had hard match compared being Sri Lankan. Being Team Sri Lanka in the soil is not a T for European teams. And same for Bangladesh. Yeah, 100%. I think Sri Lanka is difficult at home. We're seeing that with New Zealand as well. They've sort of got into this rhythm of winning since the last test in England. So, acha kariye Sri Lanka, but yes, South Africa also have decent spin. They have good fast bowling. Let's see what they bring. But yeah, women's also T20, like we mentioned in the thing, we just discussed that a bit as well yesterday. Harmanpreet did a pre-departure yesterday or day before yesterday. I think yesterday night they did a pre-departure press conference where she was confident in the ability of the Indian team to win Mustafa. So yeah, I mean it's a good opportunity, like we already mentioned. Drier surfaces for India. The team looks confident. Everybody's fit. Majority. They've got a very good coach as well. So yeah, your thoughts on the press conference of?
There's a lot of emphasis on that they had a special psychologist over there with them to help them through this. I think because in the last few tournaments, India have been so close and yet so far, and that Asia Cup final was probably kind of like it could have, in a way, traumatized them or made them like, why can't we cross the line? We can't cross the line. So I think that was a good move by getting that psychologist because the mental side of the game is also very important. I think understanding them and that can help them, strengthen their mindsets going into a big tournament like this. So they emphasized it 2-3 times. Harmanpreet said it. The coach Amul Majumdar said it also, and even the chief selector who was there, she also said that. So like I think that was the main takeaway for me. And then, talking about the Dubai conditions, they were surprised that I moved to Dubai, but it's similar, they said, to India. But, the coach said, keep high extra bounce could be on offer. So, we will have seamers in the bank. They talked about the number 3 position, which has been a bit dicey for India in the last few months. I feel that Jemmy should play there, but like, it
Jemmy
depends.
gets a little, मेरे को लग रहा है aggressive हो जाती है उन्हें एकदम किराक होके आपके मारने चले आती है.
Yeah, which you need in T20, but you need to be consistent. So that's what like she needs
Maybe
to.
Richa can fill that slot as well. She can be slow and then.
Yeah, I mean, like the thing with Risha Ghosh, I like her as a finisher because she can, like I said yesterday, she can smash it into the stands. That's you don't. I don't think like Rodriguez and these guys have the.
And composed finisher, yeah, very composed.
Yeah, so like that's the thing. I think she's a very unique asset where you have to use her in that specific period, like the last 6-7 overs, where you can clear the boundary with ease. Harmanpreet, I would put at 4-5 because she can also clear the boundary and then single double kill sakti. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. India's first game is against New Zealand on Friday, next Friday, not this Friday, next Friday. So that I'm looking forward to that game, and then we've got India Pakistan on Sunday, which is the 6th of October. So yeah, like they look excited. Rana Daggubati was with them on the flight, I think, or like at the airport. He met them
at the airport coincidentally. Yeah. I mean, there was Yastika Bhati also was playing in that number 3 role in the middle. But I think
she was there. She opened and then she was
squad. She's with the squad as well, so maybe they could play 2 wicket keepers as well. Let's see.
Yeah, I would. That's one thing they'll have to consider. Poonam Yadav, who used to play for India, she mentioned that it's good if they probably back Rodriguez, but yeah, like let's see what happens, how they go with it. Renuka, I think, will play a big role in this tournament because Dubai early season hai, even Amul Majumdar, mentioned this ki jab IPL khele the, the men's IPL, wahan pe there was movement for the fast bowlers, there was extra bounce, so there might be, Renuka might play a huge role in this tournament. So let's see. Fingers crossed, man. I'm excited for this tournament.
Yep, definitely. It's going to be a 3-1. So they moved to Dubai. They reached today morning in Dubai, and now they're probably obviously unloading, and then they start practice and getting used to the weather. And what if it's hot? I'm not exactly sure right now.
It's getting better, man. I can tell you in the Middle East, it's getting better. In the day, it's still a bit garam.
Yeah.
But in the night, thoda hawa area and stuff, so it's better now.
Yeah, 100%. What's written on felt by sweat? Yeah, it's just National Geographic, say National Sarcasm. Oh God, then South Africa. South Africa will, sorry, Sri Lanka will be touring South Africa. So yeah, I'll be good. Rabada will probably eat them up in that aspect. But they've got Lahiro Kumar who's come back. Kumara who's come back also. So he's been good for Sri Lanka as well. He hits the 140 mark, 145. So I'm predicting South Africa to beat India in the T20 World Cup semi-final this year.
Because that means you're eliminating New Zealand
He's
from
still
it.
sour from the WT 2024 men's editions. I
I
think he
like
just
that. I like that call. Like, I mean, it's good that you're saying that. Like, you're backing your team.
yeah.
And if it's a India South Africa semi-final, it'll be fun. They have some quality players as well. But I think India, for them, the biggest problems will be Australia and England.
England.
लेकिन ये जो group है by New Zealand could be a banana skin. We need to get past New Zealand, man. They have some
Amelia
players under
Kerr.
it. Amelia Kerr is there. Sophie Devine. Was it Sophie Devine or
Yeah,
Susie?
Sophie Devine.
Yeah, Sophie Devine. Is it Sophie Devine or Susie Bates? One of them is playing still. And then they've got some good players as well. So that's a potential banana skin. Even Amelia Kerr's sister is also in the team, right?
Yeah, Jessica. Yeah, Jessica.
Yes, yeah. So they also have a good team. That's a potential banana skin. So the first game of the tournament is very crucial from India. They need to get on to a positive note. And मेरे हिसाब से वो match अगर जीत गए, it'll give them confidence. Semi-final तक पहुंचे, फिर उसके बाद then hopefully we can pray for the best. Then I don't know. I can't predict anything. Australia are still favorites for me in this tournament. I can't look past.
Yeah, they're like 2003 Australia, man, 100%. Ben Stokes might be back in ODIs. He mentioned like if I get the call from Baz,
He's gonna get the call, mate. He's gonna get the
Champions
call. He's gonna
Trophy,
pack it.
Champions Trophy, man, he'll kill it in Champions Trophy.
If he wins the
Then,
Champions Trophy, then
then-
all he has left is the WTC final, bro.
And all we have on Chasing the Target is Abrar coming in with Mustafa and having a debate on Ben Stokes versus Ravichandran Ashwin. Like, I
There's
can't
no
wait.
debate. He just does it like because he wants to have conversation. But like you remember we did when the channel started, we did a preview for that World Cup final. He came and personally commented on the show that Ben Stokes will be the player of the match in the final, and he was. There you go. So
New Zealand are on losing streak, which they're trying to turn. Yeah, New Zealand losing to Australia back to back, and it wasn't looking good for them. Batting is a little bit weak, I think. Like,
but that's against Australia,
up
man.
the ante there. Yeah, but
against
again, to win the World Cup, they'll definitely want to turn it around. And again, India
I'm not
also,
saying to win the World Cup. I'm just saying, like, for India, it's a potential banana skin.
as it's always in every case, right? Like, but
Yeah.
again, I think India right now, the way they are, they should be very confident. They've been in Asia Cup finals, they're in good rhythm. They won Test matches.
Maybe.
So
Yeah, I agree. And thank God it's not a
I
knockout
don't think
game.
they can carry the past and count. They have to just forget it like an Australian team.
No, also India, I think group stages they generally play good. अगर आपको याद है, which World Cup was it, bro? 2018. They beat Australia in the group stages. Even in one of the recent 50 over or something, we might have beaten them, bro, in the 50 in the group stages. I don't think. I think India did well.
I think it was a series that we beat them.
That was a series, but no, there was a group stage game where we beat Australia. I think it's 2018, if I'm not mistaken. The one Mithali's last tournament.
That was 2018 because she got
It
retired
could have
after.
been that. It
Yeah.
could have been that. And I remember in 2020 we also beat them in Australia, and then we lost to them in the final. So
Yeah,
my
Sri
point
Lanka
is that जब शिफाली वर्मा मारी थी, याद है आपको पहला गेम जो था ओपनिंग गेम इंडिया ऑस्ट्रेलिया का 2020 में. So वहां मेरा point ये है कि like I think group stages generally India do well. So I agree with you. I think we should be off to a good start, beat New Zealand, Pakistan. Then it comes to the knockout.
I just hope it's not one of those that we get knocked out in the group stage. Like I just don't.
Yeah, man. It's happened to me in Dubai, man. I don't want it to happen again. Like,
It's in the way, yeah. Sri Lanka and West Indies are the underdog for this team. Sri Lanka, yeah, after that Asia Cup, but like Mr. said, they're very dependent on Atapatu as well. They've got a few decent bowlers, yes, and West Indies also, whatever they've been on.
my favorite player all rounder is there, man. But she has not performed since the 2022 World Cup. I'm not talking about Hayley Matthews.
Yeah, I was thinking about Hayley Matthews only.
Deandra Doughton.
Yeah, I forgot.
Andre Russell of the women's game, man. She is insane, but she has not performed since then. She's like now she's 32, 33. I hope she has a good tournament. Man, she's a crazy player. She can open the batting, she can open the bowling. It's insane. It's insane, like the talent that she has.
Guys, what's the update on the final venue of Champions Trophy?
No update.
The update, abhi to final, the only thing we can tell you that there was an ICC
What
team.
update?
That ICC team went to Pakistan. They checked out the security measures. They checked out the grounds, and they've given a deadline of 1st January or the last week of December for the Pakistan cricket board to give them an official, closure के भाई the grounds are made, the stadium in Karachi and Lahore are up to mark. Security measures have been passed, they have been checked, whatever police के इंतजामात and whatever communication that they'll be utilizing during the champion trophy, they're up to the quality of ICC standards. Now it comes to the stadiums and their renovations that are going on right now in Pakistan, which is also why like the second test is moved from Karachi to Multan. So the first two tests are in Multan against England, and the last one is Rawalpindi. So Karachi Stadium right now is being made, and the deadline is January first week or December 31st. So that's what we're up till now. Lahore and Karachi are in the works at this
That is the update from the Champions Trophy.
Yeah, so I think yeah, we pretty much wrap things up. We've got IPL in a little bit of movement going with the IPL intention of five IPL intention that have been announced right now. Again, these are from sources which are very credible. Indian Express. Tomorrow morning or later tonight, you might get the final or verdict from the IPL itself. Maybe tomorrow now it's 11 o'clock. India. I'm not sure if they'll release it later than that. But yeah, and then tomorrow, day after tomorrow, you get the second test team, like Ibrahim mentioned. Afghanistan captain predicted India, Australia, England, and Afghanistan as semi-finals for champions, but it's most likely it won't be possible for as Australia, Afghanistan, and England will be in the same group. Yeah, I mean, uh,
Who, Shahidi?
I think Hashmatullah Shahidi came on a podcast and said this.
Yeah, he did come on the podcast.
So,
Yeah, if they're in the same group, that's not going to happen. But don't rule out Afghanistan, man. They have a good chance in these conditions. If it's in the Middle East or in Pakistan, they have a very good chance.
definitely.
It'll be interesting if Afghanistan go to Pakistan and play. That will be crazy, man. Oh my god,
Yeah,
that will be a match, bro. वो पिशावर में रख देना मैच वो खत्म. Oh my god, Pathan versus Pathan. That would be incredible. But there's one more thing I wanted to say. Yes, so tomorrow, Faiz, I will catch you for the preview and the press conference. We don't know who's going
And
to
Sri
come.
Lanka, New Zealand as well. Yeah.
Yeah, Sri Lanka, New Zealand first.
Today they said Akash Deep, man. Like I did.
Yeah, that was
Akash
2 days before the test match. Tomorrow, either Rohit Sharma or Gambhir. Maybe Rohit Sharma.
Could be.
When is the England game?
Tomorrow, day after tomorrow.
Friday.
27th. Yeah.
Friday and Sunday. Okay.
Tomorrow we'll cover the preview of Sri Lanka, New Zealand day one. We'll also discuss the Pakistan team that's been announced against England. So we'll get into that as well, and then we have obviously India, Bangladesh to preview.
Can I just
Lots of-
update you on the Champions Cup?
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, यहाँ पे तो दिखा रहे हैं, so I really can't tell you much.
So they made 250, man. The yellow team, the Lions, they're playing against Babar's team. उसमें they were like 150 for 8 or 7, and एकदम से वो हो गया था. They got to 263 because of what's his name?
Ahmed Jamal.
Not Amir Jamal. Amir Yamin 46, and then Ahmed Daniel 65, 59. उन लोग 9th wicket के लिए वो partnership almost 100 की करवाए. So they took it to 263. Right now, Babar's is it Babar's team? This is Babar's team. Stallions. I think this is Babar's team. Yeah, but whatever. The team chasing right now, they are 219 for 6. So they require 45 and 33 balls. It's a close game. Mohammad Aris is captain of this team. Hussein Tarat got out. And yeah, right now Mohammad Aris is batting with Jahandad Khan. You remember Jahandad from the PSL?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
ये इमामुल्लाह की टीम है Lions. So yeah, that is the update from there.
That's the update from there. So tomorrow we'll discuss their team and see what options they've brought on against.
Oh, and Shaheen Afridi is included in the Pakistan squad. There is no Kamran Ghulam.
No Kamran Ghulam.
Yeah.
So they're playing all their players.
And Amir Jamal is there.
Amir Jamal is also there. Yeah, I mean.
Oh, look, there you go. They pulled out. That's why there's no Babar. This is Babar's team. Sorry, man. That's why I got confused. This is Babar's team. He pulled out.
Yeah, so there's no point of going in if you're going to pull out.
Huh?
No, I'm just saying like if they're going to play one.
Some sexual joke I was.
No. I'm just saying like they pulled out is what Ibrahim said. Why would you put in if you're going to pull out? Because like you know, आप क्या बोलते तो you knew the England series is coming. का 2 ही matches हुए, कितने matches हुए अभी तक?
Huh?
How many games have been done for Champions Cup?
This is the eliminator. So there's after this there's the qualifier 2 and final.
So then they played decent. I thought it was like 2
played a lot. No, they played a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, they played fine. But yeah, it's going to be a big series for Babar against England. We'll have to look at that as well, and we'll come back with a few stats and updates and stuff. possibly England also. I was surprised they didn't pick Jacob Bethel, but like it's fine. I mean, maybe they're trying to give Rehan Ahmed and others a chance over him because he's relatively new. Brandon Cars, I think, got in to the squad as well as an all-rounder, so it's going to be good to see him there in Pakistan. Yeah, I mean, we come back tomorrow, discuss this team, discuss
Yeah.
England's team, discuss the India versus Bangladesh, discuss Sri Lanka versus New Zealand. So everything's happening fast, and the IPL has finally let us some news, which is credible, still not from the horse's mouth, but most
Yes.
probably that's what we're thinking. So till then, thank you everybody for joining us. Shakil Bhai, Ibrahim Bhai as always, Karthik Bhai as
Cheers.
always, and everybody else. And yeah, take care and have a nice good night. Bye-bye.